Now we are going to discuss our next topic, ionic equilibrium. See, in ionic equilibrium, first we will discuss acid-base theories. So now first we are going to discuss acid-base theories. So first theory is Arrhenius theory for acids and bases. See, what is Arrhenius theory? In Arrhenius theory, basically this theory explains acidic or basic character in aqueous solution only. So this theory explains acidic or basic character in aqueous solutions only. According to Arrhenius theory, the definition of acid is, basically according to Arrhenius, acids are those substances which give H plus ion on dissolving in water. So acids are those substances which give or furnish H plus ion on dissolving in water. See, for example, if HCl, when HCl is dissolved in water, so it is aqueous HCl. Now aqueous HCl will dissociate into H plus ion and Cl minus. As only one H plus ion is furnished by HCl, therefore this is monobasic acid. When one H plus lose, means basicity of this acid is 1, therefore it is called monobasic, means basicity is 1. For acids we count basicity, and for bases we count acidity. As one H plus ion furnished by this acid called monobasic acid. So according to Arrhenius, acids are those substances which give H plus ion on dissolving in water. So what is basicity? Basicity is number of H plus ion an acid can donate. For example, in HCl 1 H plus ion, while in H2SO4 2 H plus ion. Therefore it is dibasic acid. So basicity is 2. See, the next is 3 acids are given. One is H3PO4, one is H3PO3, and one is H3PO2. H3PO4 called phosphoric acid. So H3PO4 is basically a phosphoric acid, and H3PO3 is phosphorus acid, and H3PO2 is hypophosphorus acid. See the structure of H3PO4. How many H are there? 3 H are there. So make 3 H pair with oxygen. So 3 H pair with oxygen means 3 OH group. Remaining oxygen will be in the form of double bond. As we can see that there are 3 OH groups. So number of H plus furnished will be 1, 2, 3. Number of OH gives the count for basicity. Since 3 OH are there, therefore basicity is 3. So basicity of this compound is 3. Hence this acid is tribasic. See the next. The next is H3PO3 called phosphorus acid. How many H are there? 3 H are there. And oxygen are there? 3 oxygen are there. As we can see that in H3PO3, as one oxygen will form double bond with phosphorus, one oxygen will form double bond with oxygen. It means 2 oxygen are remaining. So these 2 oxygen will form 2 OH group with hydrogen. So 2 OH groups are there. Remaining hydrogen will be in the form of direct pH bond. So basically in this compound 2 OH groups are there. Therefore basicity is 2. So this is dibasic. See, in case of H3PO2, make 1 phosphorus oxygen double bond. Now remaining oxygen is 1. So 1 oxygen will pair with hydrogen from OH group. Now 2H will be in the form of direct pH bond. As there is only 1 OH group, therefore it is monobasic. So basicity is 1. So according to Arrhenius, acids are those substances which give H plus ion on dissolving in water. Now see what are bases. See. So basically according to Arrhenius, bases are the substance. So according to Arrhenius, bases are the substance which give OH minus ion on dissolving in water. For example, for bases we count acidity. So basically number of OH minus is acidity for bases. For example, if base is given NaOH dissolve in water aqueous, then it will furnish Na plus ion OH minus. So only one OH minus, therefore it is monoacidic base as acidity is 1. For example, MgOH twice, it breaks into Mg2 plus when dissolved in water, and gives 2 OH minus. So it furnishes 2 OH minus, therefore it is diacetic. It means acidity of this base is 2. The next point is, what is acidity? So acidity is basically the number of OH minus ion a base can donate. And we know in an aqueous solution, H plus ion exists as hydronium ion. So basically in an aqueous solution, H plus ion exists in the form of H3O plus, which we called hydronium ion. So H plus aqueous or H3O plus aqueous is same. Basically this H plus ion is surrounded by water molecule. So this H plus ion is surrounded by water molecule. Hence H plus in the aqueous solution exists in the form of hydronium ion. See the general formula for hydronium ion. The general formula for hydronium ion is H plus H2O and X. X can be 1, 2, 3. See, the question is which of the following represent hydronium ion? We know the general formula of hydronium ion is H plus H2O X. See, when we put the value of H, as general formula is this X, when we put the value of X equal to 1, on putting the value of X equal to 1, the formula is H3O plus, H, H2, H3 plus, H3 and O positive. When X is equal to 2, put X equal to 2, so it will be H plus and H2O twice. Now put X equal to 2. When we put X equal to 2, then it will be H plus H2O twice. So it is H4O2 and H, means H5O2 plus. Now put X equal to 3. When we put X equal to 3, then H plus H2O thrice. So it is H7O3 positive. So the correct option for hydronium ion is option C is correct. Now see the limitations of Arrhenius theory. What are the limitations of Arrhenius theory? The limitations of Arrhenius theory are basically the acidic or basic character can only be explained in aqueous solution. So basically we are defining acid or base definition when acid or base is dissolved in water. So acid or base character according to Arrhenius theory can only be defined in aqueous solution only. So next limitation is it cannot explain the acidic character of HCl, why HCl is acidic, and the acidic character of AlCl3, etc., etc. Also unable to explain the basic character of ammonia PH3. So these are the drawbacks of Arrhenius theory. As we can see that in ammonia there is no OH group, and also in PH3 there is no OH group, but ammonia is basic and PH3 is also basic. Also in the case of AlCl3 there is no hydrogen, but AlCl3 is acidic. So these acidic character and basic character was not explained on the basis of Arrhenius theory. So these are the limitations of Arrhenius theory. So next theory we are going to proceed is Bronsted-Lowry concept. See, what is Bronsted theory? See, what is Bronsted theory? So according to Bronsted, acids are H plus donors and bases are H plus acceptor. So according to Bronsted, acids are H plus donor and bases are H plus acceptor. For example, see, when ammonia combines with HCl, as ammonia can accept H plus ion, because it has lone pair of electron. So when H plus is accepted by ammonia, so ammonia will behave as base because bases are H plus acceptor, and H plus is donated by HCl, therefore HCl is a H plus donor, HCl is acid and ammonia is a base. When it accepts H plus ion, it forms NH4 plus ion, and when it loses H plus, it forms Cl minus ion. See the next example. So in this case ammonia is base and HCl is acid. See the next example. The next example is NH3 combines with water. So water will donate proton, H plus donor, and ammonia will accept proton. So ammonia acts as a base and water acts as an acid in this reaction. Now in Bronsted theory we will study the concept of conjugate acid and base pair. See what is conjugate acid and base pair. So basically conjugate acid base pair are species. Conjugate acid base pair are the species which differ by only one H plus ion. So conjugate acid base pair are those species which differ by only one H plus ion. See, what is conjugate base? So conjugate base is basically the species. The conjugate base is basically the species formed after removal of one H plus ion from the acid. So when acid loses one H plus ion, then the species form is called conjugate base. For example, when HCl loses one H plus, it forms Cl minus. HCl is an acid, and after losing H plus, it forms Cl minus. So Cl minus is a conjugate base of this acid. See next example. HNO3. When HNO3 loses H plus, so when HNO3 loses H plus, it changes into NO3 minus. So basically NO3 minus is formed by after losing one H plus. Therefore NO3 minus is a conjugate base of HNO3. See, H2SO4, when losing one H plus, it forms HSO4 minus. So HSO4 minus is a conjugate base of this acid. See, this is wrong. When H2SO4 loses 2H plus, it forms SO4 2 minus. So SO4 2 minus is not a conjugate base of H2SO4 because it is necessary that conjugate acid base pair differ only by one H plus ion. So conjugate acid base pair differ only by H plus ion, but in this case it differ by 2H plus ion. So H2SO4 differ by 1H plus ion, then form HSO4 minus. So this is the conjugate base of this acid. This cannot be conjugate base of this acid because there 2H plus loses. See. So when H2SO4 lose 1H plus ion, it form HSO4 minus. So basically 1H plus lose by H2SO4. Hence, HSO4 minus is a conjugate base of this acid. Now, in next step, when HSO4 minus lose H plus, it forms SO4 2 minus. Now, SO4 2 minus will be the conjugate base of this because this acid base pair is differ by only one H plus ion. So, conjugate acid base pair must be differ by only one H plus ion. So, we have seen acid and conjugate base. Now, we will see conjugate acid. See, what is conjugate acid? So conjugate acid is basically when the base added one H plus ion. When the base is added by one H plus ion, then the species form is called conjugate acid. See, for example, in ammonia, when one H plus ion is added, when H plus ion is added, it forms NH4 plus. So ammonia accepts one proton, it forms NH4 plus. So addition of one proton means it forms conjugate acid. So base and conjugate acid pair. For example, C6H5NH2 also base when it accepts H plus. So after gaining H plus, it forms C6H5NH3 positive. So this is the conjugate acid of this base. See next. The next is conjugate acid base pairs. Conjugate acid base pairs are always opposite in nature. So conjugate acid base pairs are always opposite in nature. Means if acid is strong, then conjugate base formed by acid is weak. So like for example, H2SO4 is a strong acid, while HSO4 minus is a weak conjugate base. So these are opposite in nature. A strong acid will form weak conjugate base, and weak acid will form a strong conjugate base. For example, this is a weak acid. When H plus is loose, then it will form CH3Cu minus. This is a strong conjugate base. Hence, conjugate acid base pairs are opposite in nature. Next, we are going to see amphiprotic species. What are amphiprotic species? See, what are amphiprotic species? So, amphiprotic species are the species. Amphiprotic species are the species which can donate as well as accept H plus ion. So those species which can donate as well as accept H plus ion are called amphiprotic. For example, if we have HSO4 minus. If we have HSO4 minus, so HSO4 minus ion when lose H plus ion. When HSO4 minus lose H plus ion, so H plus ion is removed, so it will be SO4 2 minus. And also when HSO4 minus ion gains proton, it forms H2SO4. It means HSO4 minus ion can donate proton. HSO4 minus ion can donate proton as well as accept proton. Therefore HSO4 minus we call amphiprotic ion. So amphiprotic ion, they are the species which can donate as well as accept H plus ion. See, for example, the next example is when we have HCO3 minus. When HCO3 minus ion gains proton, it forms H2CO3. And when HCO3 minus lose proton, it forms CO3 2 minus. So HCO3 minus can donate proton as well as can gain proton. So it can accept as well as donate proton. Therefore HCO3 minus will be an amphiprotic ion. See the next example. The next example is HS minus. HS minus when accept proton form H2S, and HS minus when donate proton form H2 minus. Therefore HS minus is an amphiprotic ion because it can donate proton as well as it can accept proton. See, now the next term is amphoteric. What is amphoteric? So basically amphoteric species are those species which can act both acids and base. So those species which can act both acid and base are called amphoteric. See the difference between amphoteric and amphiprotic. All amphiprotic species are amphoteric. All amphiprotic species are amphoteric, but all amphoteric species are not amphiprotic. So amphoteric what? Amphoteric which can act both acid and base, while amphiprotic is what? Which can donate and accept H plus ion, are called amphiprotic. All amphiprotic are amphoteric, but all amphoteric species are non-amphiprotic. See, the next topic we are going to study is self-ionization. Also we called auto-ionization or autoprotolysis. Same name, self-ionization, auto-ionization or autoprotolysis. When H2O liquid combines with H2O, when H2O combines with H2O means H2O combining with its own molecule, means self-ionization will take place, auto-ionization will take place, or autoprotolysis will take place. So one water molecule will act as acid and one water molecule will act as base. So one water molecule will lose proton and one will accept proton. So it form, after losing H plus, form OH minus. After accepting proton, it form H3O plus. Also we can say H2O liquid dissociates into H plus aqueous or OH minus. So this is an example of self-ionization. See the next example. When one ammonia molecule reacts with another ammonia, one ammonia will lose proton and one ammonia will gain proton. So it forms NH2 minus and NH4 plus. Means self acts as an acid. Ammonia itself acts as an acid and itself acts as an base. Also in this case, water itself acts as an acid, water itself acts as a base. So these kind of reaction called self-ionization, auto-ionization or autoprotolysis. Now we will categorize strong acid, weak acids, strong bases and weak bases. See, what are strong acids? We know basically all inorganic acids are strong acids. For example, H2SO4, HClO4, HNO3, HCl, HBr, HISF. These are inorganic acids. Therefore, mostly inorganic acids are strong acids. Now we will see weak acids. What are weak acids? Organic acids are weak acids. So all organic acids are weak acids. For example, containing carboxylic group, COH group. For example, SCOH, CH3COH. This is methanoic acid, ethanoic acid, oxalic acid. Also carbonic acid, hydrogen sulfide, H3PO4, H3PO3, H3PO2. These are also comes under the category of weak acids. Now we will see strong bases. See, weak bases, for example, NaOH, KOH, MgOH twice, CH3 minus, NH2 minus. These all are strong bases. Also weak bases, like weak acids, all organic acids are weak acids. Also all organic bases are weak bases. For example, aniline, methylamine. These are organic bases, and all organic bases are weak bases. And also NH4OH is also a weak base. Now we'll study our next acid-base theory is called Lewis acid-base theory. What is Lewis acid-base theory? See, Lewis acid-base theory. According to Lewis acid-base theory, what are Lewis acids? Lewis acids are basically electron pair acceptor. And what are Lewis base? Lewis base are basically electron pair donors. So for example, BF3, AlCl3, BeCl2. All are electron deficient. How they are electron deficient? We can see that, for example, BF3. We can see that only they have 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So central atom has incomplete octet. Therefore, it is electron deficient. Hence, it acts as a Lewis acid. So all those molecules in which central atom has incompletely filled octet, and it is called Lewis acid. Therefore, they want electron pair. Hence, they are electron pair acceptor. For example, BF3, incomplete octet of boron. AlCl3, incomplete octet of Al. BeCl2, incomplete octet of Be. Hence, these are electron deficient molecules. Also the cations. When the cations having vacant orbital, so they can accept electron pair like K+, Na+, H+, Cu2+. They have vacant orbital. They can accept electron pair. Therefore, these cations also behave as a Lewis acid. Now, what is Lewis base? See. So, Lewis base are basically electron pair donor species. It means they are electron rich species. For example, in this molecule ammonia, nitrogen has formed 3 bonds with hydrogen, but 1 extra electron pair. So this electron pair can be donated by ammonia molecule. Hence, it can act as a Lewis base. In case of water, water has formed 2 bonds. Oxygen has formed 2 bonds with hydrogen in water and 2 extra electron pair. Means these electron pair can be donated, and hence it is also Lewis base. In Cl minus, F minus, Bi minus, all have extra electron pair in the form of negative charge. So these electron pair can be donated. Hence, these also behaves as a Lewis base. C a complex. BF3. In BF3, boron has 3 bonds. Therefore, 6 electrons around it. Central atom has incomplete octet. Therefore, it is Lewis acid. Electron deficient means Lewis acid. While ammonia is a Lewis base as an extra electron pair for donation. So this electron pair of nitrogen is donated to the boron. So nitrogen donates its electron pair to boron and forms a coordinate bond, because electron pair is donated by one atom and shared by both atoms. So direction of coordinate bond is from donor to acceptor, and it forms this addition product. So there is formation of coordinate bond. So BF3 is a Lewis acid and NH3 is a Lewis base. So after formation of coordination bond, it forms this addition product. See, now one important question based on it is, we will discuss about boric acid. What is boric acid? See, boric acid is basically, we know, H3BO3 or BOH thrice. So basically in boric acid, boron has only 6 electrons. In boric acid, boron has only 6 electrons around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So boric acid will behave as an Lewis acid, as central atom has incomplete octet, 6 electrons only. While water has 2 extra electron pair, it means the electron pair on oxygen atom can be donated to boron to make its octet complete. Hence, this electron pair is donated by oxygen and oxygen forms a coordinate bond from donor to acceptor. Now oxygen will have positive charge, and we know that positive charge on oxygen is unstable, highly unstable. Positive charge on more electronegative atom is highly unstable. Therefore H plus will remove. Hence it forms boric acid, BOH4 negative and H plus ion. It means boric acid removes only one proton in the solution. So after reaction of, so in this case boric acid is a Lewis acid, water is a Lewis base, and when reaction takes place in the solution there is only one H plus ion. Therefore the basicity of boric acid is 1 because it furnishes only one H plus ion, and which is furnished by water molecule, not by boric acid. So boric acid is the only acid. So boric acid is the only acid which does not release its own H plus ion. We have seen boric acid does not release its own H plus ion. So H plus ion is not released by boric acid. So H plus ion is released by water. So boric acid is the only acid which does not release its own H plus ion but removes H plus ion from the water molecules. And basicity is 1. So boric acid basically a monobasic acid. It is not a protic acid. Now we will discuss about the electrolytes. See, what are electrolytes? So electrolytes are basically the substance. Electrolytes are basically the substance which ionize into their ions. So electrolytes are basically the substance which ionize into their ions on dissolving in water. For example, when NaCl is dissolved in water, it ionizes into Na plus and Cl minus in water. See, next. Now electrolytes are categorized into two parts. One is a strong electrolyte and one is weak electrolyte. And also we study the new term in electrolytes, which is degree of dissociation or degree of ionization. So what is degree of ionization? It is denoted by alpha. So basically degree of ionization is the fraction of electrolytes ionize. So degree of ionization is fraction of electrolytes ionize. Also we can say alpha is the ratio of number of moles ionized divided by initial moles taken. See, for strong electrolytes, so basically strong electrolytes are those electrolytes which dissociate completely into their ions, dissociates completely into their ions in aqueous solution. See, so strong electrolytes are those electrolytes which are completely dissociated or ionized into their ions in aqueous solution. And for strong electrolytes, degree of dissociation is 100%. Therefore alpha is equal to 1. See, all strong acids and bases are strong electrolytes. For example, H2SO4 strong acid, HCl strong acid, HNO3 strong acid. So these are strong electrolyte. They dissociate 100% into their ions in aqueous solution. NaOH is strong base, KOH is a strong base. And all water soluble salts are also strong electrolyte. For example, NaCl is a water soluble salt, NaNO3, NaVr, NH4Cl. These are water soluble salts, hence these are also strong electrolytes. See, what are weak electrolytes? So weak electrolytes are basically the electrolytes. So weak electrolytes are the electrolytes which are partially ionized. For weak electrolytes, the degree of dissociation lies between 0 to 1. All weak acids and bases are weak electrolyte. And also all salts which are sparingly soluble in water, sparingly soluble means less soluble in water, like AgCl, PbCl2, PbSO4, Hg2Cl2, Ag2SO4. These are also comes under a category of weak electrolyte. And for weak electrolyte, degree of dissociation lies between 0 to 1. All weak acids and weak bases are weak electrolyte. And also the salts which are sparingly soluble in water, like AgCl, PbCl2, PbSO4, HgCl2, Ag2SO4 are weak electrolytes.